Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to showcase 10 different teams for Great League. I played with those teams during the last season of Go Battle League in Season 7, and I think they are still really solid in Season 8. And yeah, I played with all of those teams. 5 of those teams are like teams that are either from like content creators or from, I don't know, like in general, just really popular teams. And 5 teams are teams that I built, so I hope you're gonna enjoy the video. And maybe you have like 1 or 2 teams that you like that you can use in Season 8 of Go Battle League. I actually forgot to mention that I have like info cards for every team on the top right. It's either the content creator or a video for the team. For, of course, the 5 teams I built, it's a video to that, so you can get like more information to the team itself. And yeah, for the first team we have Gfisk, Pelipper, Swap, and either Venusaur or Tropius in the back. This is like a team that got, I think, popularized by FP6, so the link to that is on the top right and also in the description. This is like a really meta team, but like a lot of people like that team. It's not my favorite team, to be honest. Like, it's just not mine. I don't know. I don't like really to use Venus, so I think in Great League it's not my favorite Pokemon, but a lot of other people think it's really solid, so that's fine for me. For me, it's, I think, a bit too squishy. But the rest is like really solid, especially like the core of Gfisk and Pelipper. But also a lot of people came up with a lot of different variations of this team, and like not only FP6 came up with this team, so but I know that he made it like most popular. So this is the first team for today. On to team 2 we have Hypno Double Dark Line from Vergiwork, and it's a really solid team. I think he got to like really high on the leaderboards with that team as well for like several seasons. It's around for basically forever. And yeah, we have Umbreon Swap here to bait out the fighting types or the Azurill, because you can actually still handle them a bit better with the Last Resort. I think you actually can get a shield from Machamp or stuff like that with the Last Resort as well. And also Machamp doesn't really want to face foul play and stuff like that, so having Umbreon as a safe swap in Great League is like super solid. And yeah, there are like a lot of different variations of this team. I think you just have to, I think I'm most likely going to link his channel top right, because he played this team like dozens of times on his channel, so check that out. There's also like the option to use a Lick user right now instead of the Umbreon, like Lickitung, Licky, stuff like that, Munchlax, because we have like a lot of fairy type Pokemon right now in the middle with the Alolan Ninetales everywhere and stuff like that, so I heard that he liked that more right now. I played with this team. I think that's super solid. I like this team a lot. It always gives me a lot of trouble to play against this team, so I think that's like a really solid line. If you have those, you should maybe try that out. The next line is a really interesting line, because this time around we have a line from Caleb Pang, but it's a line that he used, I think, in Retro Cup, but I played it like in open, and I thought, okay, it still works here. And I just wanted to showcase that because of one of my favorite Pokemon right now, which like is super underrated, which is Mantine. Like, no one uses Mantine, and Mantine is like super cool. I like it a lot as a sensor, because most people don't really have an answer for that. The coverage is really cool with Ice Beam as well, and you can use like basically 3 different types of quick moves. All of them are viable, and the ability to debuff your opponent and still kind of threaten it with like damage here from the quick move is like super solid. We can just farm down the Sableye, which is like cool, and we can realign our switch here, our Pokemon, which is super sick. And yeah, I really like this team still. I also had like a team with Mantine, which was Gfisk, Mantine, Swap, Pelipper in the back, which I can highly recommend. But yeah, this team is super fun to use in my opinion. Mantine is super underrated right now, sadly, but here we have Marek as our opponent, which is solid. Actually, Saxop here on the, I don't know if that was like really necessary, but hey, definitely a team that made it a lot of fun to play with for me. And yeah, Mantine is such a cool Pokemon. No one really has an answer for that. I haven't seen that at all on my opponent's side ever, I think, in like Great League, Open Great League. It's just such a nice Pokemon. I play it sometimes, and it's just like always so much fun to play with. And yeah, here my opponent just gonna get obliterated by the Bastion. They're like some Pokemon which is always here in like a lot of teams right now, which is like a lot of Sableye, a lot of Bastion, most like a lot of Medicham later on. It's just like always like the meta Pokemon that of course are good, so if you haven't invested in them, maybe try to get them soon. And yeah, this is gonna be it for this team. Really solid team, I really like it, still even open. And then next line is also a team that's really popular from No Tactical, which is Azumarill, Sableye, Swabbigan, and Alolan Marek in the back. It's like a really old line, which is still pretty solid. I think I see it occasionally, like still like against me, and I think it's still really cool, especially like it's just like super well rounded, which is interesting because it's like not really something I would have thought of my own, because it's just like not that the I don't know, it's just an interesting team to be honest. It's just, for me, the synergy between the backline and the lead isn't like the greatest, but it's like also not bad or anything like that, and it's just still working really well for a lot of people, so really cool to see that this team is still around. Of course, you're gonna have his channel. He's also like really growing right now on YouTube, so go and check him out. His channel should be also on the top right in the info card right now. So it's really cool for him as well. We have Sableye with energy is like always so good, especially if my opponent just like let it go here. I'm just gonna save my Sableye, depending on what he has in the back. Now I have my Azu still, and he has a Medicham in the back, like really good for me. And this should be a good game here. Still actually difficult to play out, I think. I should make a mistake here in this matchup as well. Oof. Yeah, I don't get... Do I get? Oh yeah, I saved the move and then I went for the Ice Beam. I mean, that's like safe now because I know that I get to the move. The other thing I didn't know if I had like the move already stored for Blygraph here. Blygraph also KO'd, but hey. Still, really solid team. We're gonna win this game here as well, and up to the next team. Next team gonna be the last team where I have Storm from a content creator. This line is the favorite line, I guess, from Zionic. I don't think it's really his line, like, I don't think you can give him, like, the greatest credit for that. It's a line that I think has been around for a longer time, but he has just made it a bit more popular because I made a video on that, how broken this line is, and this line is indeed broken. We have the Bastion in the lead, we have Sableye as side swap, and we have Medicham in the back. Medicham and Bastion core is just like super solid. You're gonna see like another team with that later on for me. And yeah, Sableye as side swap is just doesn't make a lot of sense in this case. It's just like super good. And this team in general is like one of the best meta lines right now in my opinion. Like super solid to play. And highly recommend playing if you want to get some more points. And yeah, we have okay, that's, yeah, my opponent just ran us here. Next up for one of the teams from my channel, we have Thorn Double Dark, and that's actually something I think I got suggested from my Twitch chat a while ago, so I can also not really give myself credit, but it's fine. We have Thorn here in the lead, which is like super solid. Right now I think that's one of the best anti-meta Pokemon right now in the meta in my opinion. And we have the Mandibuzz in the back and the Sableye, again like Sableye, if you haven't got that yet. Rocket Grunts have them available, and like it's definitely one of the best Pokemon you could invest right now in Great League because it's so versatile. You can use it everywhere basically, and it's super solid. Yeah, we have Double Dark. Basically what you want to do is, you have like basically two answers for fighting in the back. You want to get out the Fairy type with the Say Swap of the Sableye, so your Mandibuzz can basically run 3 in the back. And yeah, this team is like super solid. Here we have Azumarill against us. Oh, that's gonna be like a slightly longer matchup because Azumarill kinda hurts. But this is just like bulky Pokemon against bulky Pokemon, so it's okay. We can just go for the Area Ace here. And we can like... This team is like super bulky. I think that's a super anti-meta team, which we haven't seen really recently. Also, like I haven't really seen a lot of Ferrothorn recently, and especially not a lot of Mandibuzz, which is kind of cool to play those Pokemon. Also, there's a dog barking right now in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. It's not my home though. But we're gonna take this game here most likely. My opponent still has 2 shields. I think he lets us go because it's his only play, and this is a good game. The next team is the team that got me to Legend last season, which is Medicham Lead. Again, really solid with the core of Bastion. It's just like super solid core together, like nothing really that can beat them. And we have Lickitung as a safe swap here, extra Lickitung. Of course, you can use other Lick user like Snorlax, Munchlax, but Lickitung is just the best of them. So super solid line got me to Legend last season. Which was just like such a nice thing to use, and I had like, a lot of people using this line as well, getting to Legend with that. It's definitely like proven super solid line here, and my opponent kind of lagged there, I guess. We can just go straight to the Psyche here. We know our opponent's team now. We know that we are kind of decent with that, with our Bastion, and Bastion most of the time. If you get like out the counter for the Bastion, which is most likely the case when you swap into the Lickitung, you most of the time get the G-Fisk out of there because they don't want to face your Machamp. Same like with Fighter, you get the Fighter out of there because they don't want to face your Machamp. And then your Bastion is basically free and nothing can really stop your Bastion. We actually catch a move here on our Lickitung against this Grimer. Actually really cool that we face extra Grimer as well. Kinda want to get one as well. I have enough XL candy, have a good one, but what I'm missing is a Stardust, and I'm missing a lot of Stardust right now. There's so much to power up. Currently working on my Sableye to power that thing up. Getting close to an XL one, which I can showcase then most likely in the new season, which are gonna be fun to use. Already a lot of other people have that thing, and now I'm also kinda getting it, which is cool. And yeah, XL Sableye gonna be even better for like most teams here, which has like normal Sableye. I played with my 100% Sableye here most of the time, so gonna be interesting. Next team we have is a team which I actually forgot that they built that, but this was like at the actual beginning of this season, and I only really have that covered now because I have a lot of people coming to me who said that they hit Legend with that, and they played this team like from the beginning. This team was actually like fun to use. It's just of course super meta team, but it's like no one really used it like this. We have the lead of Pelipper, we have the safe swap of Umbreon again, and we have the G-Fisk in the back. How this team works is basically, if you have a good lead, you stay in there. If you have a bad lead, you go into the Umbreon, and Umbreon can do like a lot of damage against most things, and you bait out the Azumarill or the fighting types for the G-Fisk, and then you have like basically the Pelipper as a counter there, and you can still do a lot of damage with the Umbreon against those, which is like really cool. And here we have like my opponent was Swampert against us, like nothing really can do against this team right now. And yeah, it's super solid line. I really enjoyed using that as well again. I used it in the beginning of the season, was super solid there, so that's definitely a cool team to use for you. Can't recommend that. Actually, he goes for the Brave Bird here, but such a ballsy play. We have to go for the Rock Side here. Still have a Moose Dart on the Umbreon. And yeah, it's a super bulky meta team, but yeah, I guess most of the Pokemon you might already have. Umbreon is something that maybe some people don't have yet, but is worth it to invest definitely. Here I'm actually gonna shield, gonna throw my move, and gonna KO him because he's already debuffed, so that's a good game. And we have 2 more teams to go. The next team is based around basically starter, like grass starter, and we have the superior lead here. You can use Venusaur lead, you can use, I don't know, Meganium lead, they are all fine. It's basically based around these grass type starters here. We have superior in the lead right now, we have like area, so you can use the other grass move that like debuffs your opponent sometimes. But I like area a bit more, just because of some like other grass matchups. But we have our Bastion on the back, which is just like, you need Bastion basically for the superior there, because you don't really want to face any flying types, and Bastion is just the best one. You can still use G-Fisk, but I like Bastion a bit more here. We have the safe swap of Deoxys Defense, which actually most of the time I would say get out the G-Fisk as well, because I mean G-Fisk doesn't have to be scared by the charge moves, and only like the quick moves are doing damage to them, so this is fine. Here my opponent actually gets the Marek onto our superior, which is not good, but this team can still come back from that. I expected that team, I think that was like the team I actually already showcased, which is the Tacticals team, so I expected that and saved my Bastion exactly for that scenario. So we can go for Stone Edge here, he let it go, he has the Ezra in the back, we just have to go for basically 2 Psycho Boosts to KO this Pokemon, and that's gonna be a good game here. But yeah, I only basically won this game, I think, because I knew what his team was, because it's a common team, which I already had earlier here, so good game to my opponent. Last but definitely not least is the team that I recently actually showcased again, which I already showcased basically right before when we had the Talonflame community day. It is my Talonflame, Vigoroth, and Ferrothorn team, which is just super solid. Like, I had a lot of people reaching out to me recently after I made the video that is like one of the best teams to climb right now. Carrying me saying that's like super solid team, that I have a lot of success with that, and yeah, it's definitely a given with this team. It's like super solid to play. It's a bit difficult. You kind of have to have some knowledge on how to play that actually, but if you know how to play it, it's just like such a good team. Highly recommend you using it. It's amazing. Like, I climbed a lot of punch with that. It's super anti-meta. You definitely nearly never see that, but yeah, we have Feather now here against the Hypno and against the Yazu. I think the Hypno actually runs Fire Punch, which is bad for us. Yeah, it runs Fire Punch. Double super effective against the Ferrothorn, but do you think Ferrothorn actually cares about that? I don't think so. I think a Ferrothorn gonna be able to get to another power up here. Actually, I don't think it kills, but yeah, he gets to another Fire Punch here. We still gotta survive that though, because Ferrothorn is a monster. And we can farm him down. And we can barely get to the power up here. We kind of mad at here. We can go for that. I don't think that actually kills. It does not. But we have a Brave Bird loaded, and this is gonna be a good game. And this is the last team. And that's gonna be it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have like 1 or 2 teams that you can use, which might help you for the next season. You're gonna see like a lot of content for the next season also on my channel, so it would be nice if you subscribe. It's only around 20% of the people who watch me actually subscribe to the channel, so it would help me out a lot. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and see you for the next video.